Hey, what it do, guys? Welcome. It's your boy Supreme Cheer to God. I just read that new Tower of God. Hey, you see that? You see I bars on deck, God damn it. But yeah. First of all, man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate the love and hate. I appreciate that you guys, Tower of God fans, are very, I want you to be more vocal about your, disdain, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just pressing the dislike. I think it's cool. Definitely press the dislike if you disagree with my opinions, because I got some controversial opinions when it comes to Tower of God. I don't suck its D like some people be doing, which is gang, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys can also reflect that upon the comment section so that we can actually have a discussion about it would help, you know what I'm saying? So that way I can kind of get a different perspective or a different type of understanding, against my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because okay, I see the dislike, that's gang, that tells me that they disagree, but why? You know what I'm saying? What's their opinion? You know what I'm saying? So definitely put the dislike if that's how you feel. I always think that's, one a person should freely do that. But a comment helps, further discussion, so I know exactly what your point is. You know what I'm saying, and I can maybe rebuttal that. You know what I'm saying, or we can have just a friendly discussion, a friendly little debate. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy those type of circumstances, but that might just be me. Anyway, that whole new chapter, man. Again, I'm not a huge fan of fights, bro. In Tower of God, I think the power scaling is all over the place. I think the fight scenes lately have been all over the place. Anak and Ryan's fight was the last lit fight that I really enjoyed. Every other fight has been, it felt really convenient. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like the battle scenes are too flashy. There's too much going on. There's too much explosion. There's too much this. I miss the kind of clean battles. You know what I'm saying? The drawing is amazing, but I think maybe I don't know. Maybe a simplistic type of battle scene would suit the story more. It'd hit the emotional heartstrings more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the battles lately I haven't been emotionally invested in the battles. You know what I'm saying? When Anak and Ryan fought, I love both Anak and I love Ryan, so I was like, I love both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, I don't even know who I want to win. Like, I love Ryan, but damn, I don't want Anak to lose, but I don't want Ryan to lose. You know what I'm saying? And the draw was perfect. Like, I was emotionally invested, right? Like when during the whole Hell Train, when they stopped off and what's her name, bro? And Dorsey lost her name. Like, that was great. I was emotionally invested because oh shit, well, you know what I'm saying? Like when they're going to battle those guys, they had two different reasons. We had Shabuzi, what's his name, bro? Oh, not Wang Nan Shabuzi. Is it Shabuzi, man? Wait 1 second, bro. I was right. It is goddamn Shibusi. All right, so Shibusi, he basically, you know what I'm saying, when he was going off essentially against Team Conaguero in different circumstances, like all those battles for me, I felt more emotionally invested. Wang Nan's battle against all his enemies, I felt emotionally invested. This battle, I'm kind of invested. Like I am invested because I love Caliban. I love fucking Caliban. Big man Caliban, and this chapter made me love him way more. I already loved the fact that he was so principled and that he wasn't being shaken and wavered to join the good side. I hate when my enemies, well, too many of my enemies or the enemies in a series are wavering. You know what I'm saying? I hate when that happens. White is already a part of Fog, but he's like fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So like he's even an extreme in Fog. You know what I'm saying? So like that's I like when those like variations and similar stuff. Um, but I suppose what I'm getting at here is that as much I could be more. I mean, emotionally invested to some of the battles here, not all of it. I'm not invested in the whole Yama's battle at all. I don't care about the dog people. I ain't gonna lie. Look, it sounds bad, but I really just don't give a shit. I barely met them. I barely care about them. They were not involved in the story until literally like 50 chapters ago. Eh, you know what I'm saying? Cry me a river. Uh, but I like this chapter mainly because of Caliban. I think Caliban soloed this chapter. He literally saved this chapter. His backstory and just how he cares about the people in his team living. You know what I'm saying? If you notice when he when he was fighting Bam's master, he went up by himself. He ain't sending his squadron out there to get slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people leaders would do. They'll stand back, send the hell up. Nah, he pulled him himself, beat him. Then he pulled out to Bam, hit himself. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for Evan Hill, like he probably would have whooped everybody ass there too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Caliban, bro. That's what I like about Caliban. He's principled, bro. And the fact that he was like, yo, you want to kill every, because one of the new squadron 4 commander, he already he wants to replace the whole squad. You know what I'm saying? He wants to replace everyone, and because he wants to replace everybody, he basically he because the current team that he's in charge of is all Caliban loyalists, and he obviously wants to establish his own power. Um, and because of that, basically he wants to sacrifice them for his mission. Like, he's calling his plan, but I think he's just being devious. So Caliban said, "Okay, but you better hope this plan work, because if this plan don't work, you will pay for this with your life." You know what I'm saying? Because if my whole team gonna die, I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna come and kill your ass if this shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? So I think what he's trying to do, he broke his own restrictions, and he said, okay, the only thing you gotta do is you gotta take the blame if this doesn't work. You gotta completely take the blame, and you gonna take it by me killing you. You know what I'm saying? And I gain back my position. And then your man is like, yeah, gang shit. You know what I'm saying? So Caliban broke his rule because obviously he doesn't want his friend's life to die in vain, and he tore off the restriction. You know what I'm saying? He untied that restriction. Boom. And now he's like, I'm gonna take this shit whole serious. But what I hope happens is Caliban whoops everybody ass. Everybody booty. He whoops everybody. Why the soldier that came back from the dead, Bam, all of those motherfuckers, he just whooped all of it. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want. I think this would make the story interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? He whooped all of their booties. You know what I'm saying? He smacked everybody left, right, and center. And then he sprints over and gets rid of the Yama ship by himself. You know what I'm saying? He protects, like during the explosion or some shit, he protects his people, but it also inadvertently leaves like people like Yama alive. You know what I'm saying? So he goes there and takes it for his teammates. You know what I'm saying? So he saves them, maybe, I don't know, shows them out the way, puts them in a Shinzu shield, whatever it is it takes, he does it to keep them alive, and he dies. That would be a great send-off for Caliban. I think Caliban losing won't be a great send-off for him. He losing against White, I don't care who it is. I know White is back to his original powers, blah, 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 blah. He's OP, blah, 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 blah. But he still wants Bam's body, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I like all that, but Caliban needs a good send-off, bro. You know what I'm saying? I recently just read Lucasm, man. The way it sent off one of those villains. I won't say the name just in case somebody reads it. But there's a villain that is sent off, you know what I'm saying? And the way it deals with its villains a lot of times is really interesting. Like, you really feel for them as well. Even if you disagree with them, you feel for them. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Caliban is one of those people that's very likable. And I really fuck with him. And I just want him to have a good send-off. I actually wish he was one of the main villains and he survives till later, but it looks like he's gonna have to be defeated soon. You know what I'm saying? Because the only way they can get through that wall is by defeating him, or him sacrificing himself to stop the explosion. So that's the interesting part there. I'm definitely very excited to read the next few chapters. I did enjoy this chapter. Again, the fight between him and White. White was overwhelming him, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, there's no tension in the fight scenes anymore. There's no, like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel, you know what I'm saying? Heck, one of the fights I hated had more tension. And that was Bam versus Young Jihad. Like, that had hella tension. For me, at least. Way more tension for me than he did for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, there's also a few questions I have, like, if Mazino was like so OP, shouldn't he be stronger than Jihad, since he was stronger than Bam is now at the same linear whatever the fuck, but obviously Bam learned special techniques, but why didn't Mazino learn these special techniques? Like, I'm kind of confused by a few things, but I hope that the answers will be there. I definitely want Karaka to get also a phenomenal story. But yeah, not too much happened in this chapter, to be honest with you. So that's why I kind of just talked about what I hope happens and stuff like that. Because it was a pretty short chapter. just because of the fight scene. A lot of it was just the fight scene. But yeah, White also wants to teach Bam another new special skill. I feel like he's gonna be like, who's a character that's just like, I feel like he's gonna be like Deku from My Hero Academia, where he's so overpowered at this stage, where he's like 7, 8 powers. He can take people's powers and all crazy shit. That just it's just for me when characters get like that, it just it's not fun. Like I'm okay if a character was like that from the jump, you know what I'm saying? But I hate when a weak character just jumps to like insane ballistic states. But that's just probably a creative preference for me. Just because I've read hundreds, and I mean hundreds of books. I've read countless mangas and countless webtoons and countless comic books. And there's certain tropes I don't like and there's certain tropes I do like. You know what I'm saying? And those things that I look for specifically now when I'm reading shit, and like an overpowered protagonist I love if it's like not just like One Punch Man, but if it's just done right. Like Superman used to be done right. Now the new Superman shit is garbage. You know what I'm saying? Superman used to be done right. There's so many ways to do OP characters or characters that become OP, but I just feel like TOG is too emotionally driven, too much of an emotionally driven story for it to make the character that powerful that quickly. I know it's like 200 something chapters, so it's like how is that quickly? But it really, really is. It really is quickly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, damn, it's hard to explain, you know what I'm saying? Because I just sound like a moaner, you know what I'm saying? I just sound like I've been moaning about this shit. But one day I will make a video breaking down my problem with Tower of God. You know what I'm saying? With the writing in Tower of God. Now, again, I love the characters. I love the story. I think I love the story no matter what happens at this point. But it's actually 400 something chapters. Golly, so maybe it's not too fast. I think it's because I read this shit in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like a week or two. So everything felt I don't know, the pacing wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? The pacing I mean if you're reading this from week to week slowly for like fucking 500 weeks, then god damn it you feel like he deserves this power. You know what I'm saying? But if you read it all in like 2 weeks, you're like, I mean, he did, but how he got. Okay, actually, that makes sense. Okay, it's not that he doesn't deserve the power, it's the method in which he gained the power that feels bogus. That's the statement that I've been needing to make. God damn it. Anyway, look, about this chapter, let's talk about back to Caliban. Man. I love Caliban. I love his backstory. Even how he got the essence of bravery. You know what I'm saying? I love that tale. The fact that he defeated Bam's master, or Bam and Karaka's master. I want to know. I want to see him continue his story. To be honest, unfortunately, I don't think he will in too many chapters. You know what I'm saying? This is probably. I think might I don't know. I think I might dislike this arc more than the mirror arc. Or I would have if it wasn't for Caliban. You know what I'm saying? I think Caliban is carrying this arc in the back. You know what I'm saying? On his back, like literally, bro. You know what I'm saying? The introduction of him, all the way to now. I think he's literally carrying. See, he's an example of a character that was just introduced and I give a shit about. You know what I'm saying? He was introduced well. You know what I'm saying? He was introduced in a manner that really like I kind of like Doom. You know what I'm saying? Because Doom was also introduced pretty well. Yama, I just don't see it, bro. The whole dog family, like, I just don't see it. But that could just be me, bro. I'm a cynical prick, like, so it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Again, hey, if you agree or disagree, I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy these types of, I suppose, differing opinions on what might be your favorite shit to read. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good to appreciate different opinions. But if you don't, if you dislike the video for whatever reason, yeah, make sure to give a comment onto not why you dislike the video, I don't really care, but just like as in your opinion on what you disagreed with in terms of what I said. You know what I'm saying? What you fuck with, what you don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Let's have discussions. I love conversations. And yeah, if you like the video, leave a like. If you don't like the video, leave a dislike. And if you fuck with the gang, and if you got the Uchiha clan eyesight of God, make sure to goddamn, you know what I'm saying, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.